Do you know this car sound? It's called a peripheral port configuration, and it's when a rotary engine has intake ports directly on the outer rotor housing, which would normally be terrible for low-end torque, but for this car, it was one of the defining sounds of one of the scariest cars Mazda ever built. I'm Alex, and I explore global car culture and build race cars on my own, so if you like learning about automotive culture, follow along. We all know the story of Mazda's Le Mans history, a time where European high-horsepower cars dominated over Japanese lightweight cars like Mazda. But Mazda had something others didn't. Experience with an engine called the Wankel. An engine that you probably know by now has no pistons. But Mazda had tried to make the engine work with the 767B, and it didn't have enough power to compete with the monsters of Mercedes and Porsche. So in 1990, a driver told Mazda that all they needed to do was to add 100 more horsepower and it would win. So that's exactly what they did. The result was a 2.6-liter four-rotor that only weighed 180 kilograms, which gave it 700 horsepower with nearly zero vibration because of its rotary configuration, and it sounded lovely. The 787B was one of the main reasons manufacturers switched to carbon fiber parts to match the 200 kilogram difference the 787B had over its competitors, and by the end of the 24-hour run, the engine was actually torn apart to prove that it could actually run another 24 hours. It was actually this car that led to Mazda's launch of the FD RX-7, its participation into IMSA with the RX-792P, GT production racing in Australia, and it all started because of a little engine known as the Wankel, which is still one of the most misunderstood engines of all time.